Good afternoon. We're back.
That's right. We're back, baby.
I'm Melvin.
And I'm Larry.
And we're back at you. We've been quarantining for a while. Everybody's feeling the effects of this pandemic and COVID-19. And we're not any different. We took a break and we quarantined ourselves and make sure everybody in our family was safe and so forth and so on. And I want to say right off the bat, we had an overwhelming response of people wanting us to get back and put out another video with all the things going on right now in the country. And needless to say, we're ready.
I'm more than ready. And let me give a quick shout out to all my people from TikTok. Please subscribe.
Yes.
Good to see you people. Thank you, family, for showing up for me. Please keep showing up, man. We're going to keep doing this.
Yes, Larry is on TikTok, and he's got about 12,000 followers.
About 11 and a half.
Oh,
but, I'm trying.
He's modest. Okay.
I'm trying to
all right.
keep it going. Man, so
outstanding. So we're here, and we're gonna get right to the news, and let's start off with a topic. I want to get right to this George Floyd situation. Myself and Larry, we went to the memorial of George Floyd here in Houston.
Heartbreak.
And right off the bat, I want to thank the people of the Fountain of Praise Church, Senior Pastor Dr. Wright, for hosting this event.
Amen.
It was very nice, very professionally done.
Very well done.
Very well done. Very well organized.
Yes. From start to finish.
The shuttle ride there, everything was beautiful. And man, I tell you, when you get next to that casket, and it's so emotional because you just think to yourself, there's no way this young man should be laying there, dead over that foolishness.
No way.
But not only him, it's the people that came before him as well. Eric Garner,
Ahmaud Arbery,
Sandra Breed. I mean, the list goes on.
Breonna Taylor. You got, and
it's just.
It was killing me.
Trayvon Martin.
It was killing me. Now we have Rashawn Brooks, but we're gonna get to
that
in a little bit.
But I just wanted to thank the people at the Fountain of Praise Church for hosting that.
Wonderful attitudes, great people,
and they had the nerve to tell us, "Thank you for coming."
Hey,
we were like, "No, thank you for hosting it.
Thank you for allowing us to come."
Yes, everything was so nice, and it was so peaceful,
and it was
just so peaceful. People talking to each other, and it was very diverse too.
Yes, it was.
I mean, we waited in line no more than 10, 15 minutes, and the whole time Larry was speaking to some Caucasian lady, debating, brother.
No, we weren't debating. What it was is that she was from Canada. And
she came all the way from Canada?
She came all the way from Canada.
Wow.
Her and the other wonderful lady, if you get a chance to see this, how you doing? She was asking me questions about that because, and that's what we want.
Yes. We want communication.
We want, not only do we want communication, but we want questions. What we don't want is assumptions. And that's where the whole thing gets left.
Yes.
Because she was asking me questions about stuff, and then when she started looking at it, she's like, oh my God.
Y'all was really engaged. I was like, wow.
Exactly. I like to run my mouth anyway. So
absolutely.
Fuck you. Anywho,
so
let's get into it.
All right. So I want to go. I'm gonna let you take the first topic right there.
The first topic I want to say, which I'm probably gonna say till November. Fuck Donald Trump.
Oh Lord, here we go.
Yes, that's right. Fuck you, Donald Trump. You orange piece of shit. So my topic is. The COVID-19, the deaths in COVID-19 is topping around 120,000
right about
people.
now, approximately, yeah.
Approximately 120,000 people. Now, the thing about it, he's saying that he did a great job.
Well, no. In the beginning, he said it was a hoax.
Yes.
He said this was something that the Democratic Party made up
just
to win the election.
Yep. Anything.
So I guess it's not a hoax now.
No. And then he waited till after he did nothing in February.
Yeah.
He started March. I said it was a pandemic the whole time.
Well, that's been his trait throughout his presidency. Mm-hmm. He say something that's highly volatile or derogatory or condescending, and then when the press call him on it, he backtracked and say, "I didn't say that." But yet he's right on camera saying it.
That's
a sign of a crazy person.
That's not the sign of a crazy person. That's the sign of a person who follows the Hitler doctrine, line by line, step by step.
Really?
To consistently, one of the things that Hitler kept telling people was, if you keep spouting a lie long enough,
they'll believe it.
It will become a truth.
Yeah.
He spouts lies. But see, the problem with Trump is he don't stick to 1, 10.
He's all over
100, maybe even 1,000 lies. He don't stick to those 1,000 lies.
Yeah.
He just keeps going.
Yeah.
And he knows that all these racist white people who really want him in office, they're going to run behind him and say, it's the truth. It's the truth. You got to look it up. You're part of the deep state. You're this, you're that. So, fuck you. I'd like to give a shout out to the World Health Organization.
The WHO.
You, under the circumstances from what you were working from, you did the best you could. I want to give a shout out to the CDC. Center for Disease Control. Y'all tried y'all best, but when you're working against an administration that is telling you, don't put this in there, don't put that in there. Did you know that they're telling the CDC to keep it passive and keep it light?
I know it.
Then you look at...
Instead of being truthful with the people.
I'd like to give a shout out to the personnel who were on the pandemic panel that Barack Obama put together that would have stopped this whole thing, and we probably wouldn't have had over 1,000 deaths if we would have followed that. The same people who wrote that pandemic playbook that Trump immediately threw in the trash. So I want to give a shout out to all these people, and also once again, fuck you, Trump, in your ass, you orange piece of shit.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, it's gonna get worse.
I have so much to discuss. I don't know where to start. But
I
really want to say something that Obama said when he gave his speech. I mean, I got this in quotation marks. Mm-hmm. He said, "Some leaders aren't even pretending to be in charge."
This is why I miss him.
Not even pretending to be in charge. That's a heavy statement coming from a former president of the United States.
Not only is it a heavy statement, the statement speaks
for itself.
Volumes.
Yeah, it speaks for itself too.
It's one of those statements that you make when you are trying to say something without saying.
Right.
Because you know that everybody automatically knows what you are saying.
And who you're talking about. I mean, and then he said about Trump's response to the pandemic that it's been a chaotic disaster.
Well, you have to understand.
Wow.
That would be the same.
That's heavy, man.
That would be the same like if we had a basketball team. If we had if we had the Olympic Dream Team on one team.
Right.
And we turn around and they give us a playbook on how to beat everybody in the world, and we take that playbook. We don't need that.
Throw it out.
And half of y'all going to sit down. We're going to put our own people in.
And lose.
And lose.
Yeah, that's a chaotic disaster.
How does it become a chaotic disaster? It becomes a chaotic disaster from the point where us as the team, as the coaches, turn around and throw away the people and the knowledge that is right in front of you. And he did that. He did that. Because he cannot stand that Barack Obama did such an amazing job.
For 8 years.
That he had an impact around the world.
Yep.
But my favorite part, that everything that Obama said, and I'm going to say it, and I don't care if y'all get mad at me. When Barack Obama said he had enough indictments to start a football team.
Because he did.
I know. But I was sitting back like, get him, Barack.
I mean, you think about that. This President Obama was in office 8 years. Mm-hmm. Not one person indicted. Not one in his administration. Donald Trump has had approximately, maybe a little over, about 20 people indicted.
21 people was indicted.
In his administration in 3.5 years.
And then he had he got 4 that got.
And there's been so many changes in this administration, you don't know who's who.
The thing about it, which is scary, was saying that when he helped his boy Manafort to get out of jail using the COVID-19, then he got the Department of Justice to go ahead and pardon because he didn't exonerate Michael Flynn because Michael Flynn confessed to the crimes.
Yeah.
Not once, but twice.
Yeah. Michael
Flynn was fired by Trump saying he lied to the vice president.
Yeah. I mean, this guy, He's doing a horrible job.
Oh, he's having a rough time. He's having a real rough time.
He's doing a horrible job, and everyone can see that. And I want to talk about the upcoming election for just a minute, then we'll jump to another topic.
No problem.
Because I think, regardless of who Joe Biden picks for his running mate, regardless, I think he's a winner. And I say that because poll after poll after poll is saying that the people that voted for him, for Donald Trump in 2016, are not going to vote for him again. And they took a poll. The white vote is jumping to the Democratic Party.
Of course.
The soccer moms are jumping to the Democratic Party with good reason.
Right.
With good reason.
Right.
So if we get 40% of the white vote, it's over. It's going to be an early night.
Well, we're going to get more.
Early night. It's over.
Well, we're going to get more than 40%. This is.
I mean, 35% is standard if you get that, but 40%.
But this is the problem. We got comfortable with Hillary.
Right.
Everybody knew that Hillary's going to win.
I think this is a whole different dynamic.
But let me finish.
Go ahead.
Hillary led by 10 to 15 points in every poll.
Okay.
Up to November.
Okay.
Hillary was so comfortable, she didn't even go out and hit the flyover states like your Kansas, your Missouri, Michigan, Ohio,
in which she should have.
But
that was a mistake.
But I'm saying is that what I'm saying to say that is that we can't afford to get comfortable.
That's right. Or complacent.
Yes. And see, the thing about it is the reason why I know that Biden is going to win. My thing is if he picks a black woman.
Let's talk about that for a minute. Why do you think it necessarily has to be a black woman as opposed to just a woman, period?
Because you got to understand that who's been the most top qualified. You have Kamala Harris, Stacey Abrams.
Okay.
You have Tanisha Lance Bottoms, the mayor of Atlanta.
I didn't even know she was in the running.
Oh, she's in the running, baby.
Okay.
Don't get it twisted. You see how you see how the sister's handling stuff down there?
She's doing good in Atlanta. She's doing good in Atlanta.
When you're looking at these people,
right,
and you say you have your Amy Klobuchar, who was one of them who was up for
Minnesota.
Amy Klobuchar knows who? Derek Chauvin.
Yeah, that's
refused.
Some sketchy stuff.
No. She admitted to it.
Yeah.
That she knew him and she had refused to prosecute him
right.
on a couple of issues. So
I think she's too controversial right now.
I don't think she's too controversial. I think she was.
For him to select her, I think she's too controversial.
I think she's too controversial from the standpoint that she was on the side of police when this guy was still doing stuff that he had already been doing.
Right.
See, so that's where the controversy lands. So then you look at Kamala Harris, who had Jeff Sessions sitting in the congressional hearing. I don't know what to say.
I think Kamala Harris would be an excellent choice, and I think the congressman from Florida would be an excellent choice.
Who's that?
Her name is slipping my mind right now, but it'll come to me in a minute. But I don't think Stacey Abrams would be a good choice.
Why not?
And I just don't think her qualifications are fit to be vice president at this time. No. She's super intelligent, but her resume does not fit the qualifications to be a vice president, in my opinion.
She's been in politics since she was 24.
At the state level, so nothing above that, never the federal level.
Let me help you now.
And she lost her run for governor.
Okay, so two things.
But she's super.
No. See, this is where you're wrong.
Okay, go ahead.
So you look at AOC Cortez
from New York.
She was a waitress.
Right. I'm not.
And became. Wait. I'm just saying.
Okay, I'm gonna let you go.
She was a waitress. You have the Muslim female from Minnesota.
Yeah.
She was just a housewife.
The squad.
Yeah. She was just a housewife.
Listen.
Now, wait. But see, let me finish. So then you're looking at when Stacey Abrams ran for governor.
Right.
Did you remember when DeSantis went and purged the votes?
Okay.
2 days before the election?
Okay.
Over 250,000 people were left without their vote.
Right.
Because he did that because he was also the lieutenant governor and he refused to recuse himself because he knew he was going to lose. And instead of him doing the right thing and recusing himself, he went ahead and jumped in and then he purged them votes. And then when he purged the votes, he turned around and ran back to that Republican Senate because the whole legislation in Georgia is Republican.
Right.
Now, he ran back to that and covered his ass by signing all these documents saying that we're going to close it, it's sealed, it cannot be reopened.
Now, I have no problem with Stacey. I think she's super intelligent. But I think his vice president really has to be ready to run the country.
I think that,
and I say that because Biden is 77. He's had some health issues. Now, 4 years is a long time. And if something happened to him, God forbid it won't, the vice president has to step in immediately. And I think Kamala Harris have been a senator. I mean, she's familiar. Everybody got a personal opinion. That's just mine.
Right. In my opinion,
yeah,
I think that Kamala Harris would be one of the best to get. I also think, number two, I still believe, and I still say it, till Election Day, Stacey Abrams is not only qualified, not only ready, but she's one of those who is not going to bow to Republican pressure.
Right.
She's one of those who's not going to allow your Mitch McConnells and your Lindsey Graham. So say she did step up and something happened where she had to take and become president.
Right.
Stacey Abrams is going to be the one that's going to be quick to let them know, you don't run shit in here. I do.
Right.
And if you have a problem with that, you can get the fuck out of my office. I think she's one of those. And that was the whole problem when Barack Obama had the House and the Senate.
Right. For a short time.
He had it for 4 years. He had it for 4 years.
No, 2 years.
No. He had it for 4 years. His first term.
Oh, yeah.
He had control of the House and Senate for the whole 4 years. And he allowed, once again, Mitch McConnell, Lindsey Graham, and John McCain. But he allowed the Audio 3, who was always in his ear, you're the president for all America. You're not the president for just black America. You need to be the president that we need for all America. And the moment that they got control of that Senate, what did they do? They turned on his ass.
Turned on him, yeah.
Like a scorpion on a frog.
And it was a what?
Like a scorpion on a frog. You remember the scorpion? You remember the old tale about the scorpion?
Right.
Oh, they turned on that.
Yeah, they turned on him, and then it was a stagnant in the government. And we couldn't get nothing done.
And the reason why we couldn't get nothing done was why? He had Paul Ryan, Mitch McConnell, and Lindsey Graham, who didn't even want to meet with nobody. But when the odds was not in their favor, you got to be the president of all of us.
I know.
You got to. And that's the thing. And I know that Stacey Abrams has read Michelle Obama's book, where Michelle Obama talked about this.
Right. I got you.
And look. And then
it'll definitely be interesting to see who Biden picks, and I think he needs to make his selection in the next few weeks.
No, he don't.
I think so.
No, he don't.
We're going into July.
Joe Biden needs to do exactly what Joe Biden's doing. Be quiet.
But he still got to select his running mate.
Joe Biden needs to do what Joe
Biden's
doing.
Just be quiet.
And just be quiet.
And let Trump just mess everything up.
And let Trump keep driving this stuff. And then when he turns around and he says, so around October, because if it was me,
no, you have to do it at the convention.
I would say
you got to do it at the convention.
I would say August. August, I would sit back and I would wait toward close to the end of August.
So you're gonna wait to the Democratic convention to make the announcement of your VP?
No, I would make it just before then.
Okay,
and I would do just like that. Yeah. And when I bring him out, I would bring her out like this. So let me show you who my new who the vice president is going to be. Because you think that if you have a black woman, all the feminists and Me Too, who they gonna vote for?
Oh, I think regardless who he selects, he's gonna win.
Not true, because
I think he's gonna win regardless.
Trump is trying to play this because
Trump is
finished. The thing about it, we can say that
he's finished.
We thought he was finished the first time, and he lost the popular vote. Yeah. This is the thing.
By 3 million
The
votes.
only thing that we have in our favor is that Trump has lied so much, and I'm going to get off this in a second, that he lied to the manufacturers. Because the manufacturing jobs haven't come back, did it?
No.
Did the coal mining jobs come back?
Where's this wall at?
Fuck the wall. Look, where are those manufacturing jobs?
They're not here.
Where are those farming jobs? Where are those coal mining jobs? Where are those jobs in the IT sector that he said that he was going to boom and fund and give them all the money that they wanted?
Let's be clear. Trump has done a horrible job.
Horrible job.
And I'm a type of person that I'm conservative in some points, but I cannot think of anything positive to say about this man.
Let me tell you.
I really can't. And that's not to say I haven't tried. I even researched and tried to think of some positive things to say.
Okay.
But I can't because of his
right now,
racism, because of his hatred of women.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the list goes on. The list just goes on. And then the way he treated the immigrants and putting kids in cages and just grab them by the, you know what he said?
Pussy. That's right.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you.
And then the $30,000 check. I mean, it's about, I listed about 26 things that he just done is so crazy.
I got some more I'm going to hit him on the chin with, but you know, but like I said, but remember when, but all y'all remember when Melvin was trying to say he wanted me to say something nice about Trump, and I was like, fuck Trump,
but
and then he was saying, well, Trump and the economy is really humming, and
I said,
and no, I said to you, I said he hung his hat
on that economy, and I
told everybody, my God has a great sense of humor. My God has an amazing sense of humor. Because I kept telling him, I said, he's holding on to that economy.
Mm-hmm. That's all he got.
And then what happened? My God stepped in and said, my God said, let's give him a pandemic and see what happens.
Oh, my God.
And then he said, okay, so since you ain't learned yet and you're still talking tough, let's go ahead and hit the economy and let's take it down. Did you see that it lost 1,800 points the other day?
Yep. Yeah.
So all you people who was talking about y'all voting by your wallet, how's your wallet looking now, motherfuckers? How the fuck your wallet looking now? That shit looking bleak. Eat a dick. No, because I'm tired of that.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
okay.
We going there. So
all
next
right,
one. Let's go.
Let's go. I wanna talk about this because this was so stupid. I mean, I was watching the news conference with Trump. And this Asian lady, her name is, can you pronounce this? Weijia?
Weijia
Yang.
Yang.
She's a CBS correspondent. Yep. Let's get to the point. And she asked a question, and Trump said, why don't you ask China?
Why don't you ask China?
Why don't you ask China? I mean, because she asked him, why are you making comparisons about this? Whose numbers are lower? Who got the least deaths and this and that? Why is that important? He looked at her, saw her ethnicity, saw that she was Asian, and said, why don't you ask China? And this lady stood up and said, why are you asking me that? Why are you saying that to me? You know, like to me because I'm Asian. Why are you saying that to me?
Because that's what he
did. And then he said, I'll say it to anybody.
Boy, let me tell you something.
I mean, that was horrible. And then I thought about, he did the same thing to April Ryan.
Yes, he did. He said, everything you say is stupid. He said, you're a very dumb person, and everything you say is dumb. He said it to the MSNBC black correspondent. There was a female who told her, I watched you on TV, and nothing you do is intelligent. You're not an intelligent person. And she looked at him and said, excuse me?
First of all.
And that's when he turned around. So my problem with it, and I'm going to say it like this.
That is horrible.
I have no affinity toward people over in China because I'm going to get to that in a little bit.
Right.
But to the Asian American community here in the United States who have worked hard to get themselves where they are, and now they're starting to realize the game that's been played on them since they've been in part of this country, which was divide and conquer. As long as we keep the Asians thinking that they're better than blacks, we can go ahead and control the Asians. As long as we keep the Asians feeling like they're better than Hispanics, we can control the Hispanics. We can do this. This is a game that now
this goes back to slavery.
It goes back to the creation of the railroad. It goes back to slavery. It goes back to all those things. So what
divide the light skin against the black dark skin.
Not to mention that, but you're also looking at the Asian population was always put against black people.
Yeah,
they was always pitted against black people. When then now the Asian community is sitting back saying, "Damn, they love us as much as we wanted to love them," because Asian people love our music. Yeah. They love our clothes. They love our style. They love the way we carry ourselves. It is all this. The whole American propaganda machine is unfolding and it's breaking upon itself. And this is the most beautiful thing. I'm loving this. I'm watching this thing crash like the Hindenburg. It's beautiful. It is. It's beautiful. So with me, my turn.
Your turn. Go ahead.
So I want to go ahead and I'm going to hit somebody with the Obamagate. Now, this is the funniest part about this whole thing.
Obamagate.
It came and went. So what Obamagate was Trump was trying to say that.
Oh, yeah.
Obama spied on his campaign, and he did all this illegal stuff. And
he didn't do anything.
Obama needs to come in and testify.
That went away quickly.
The reason why it went away because Lindsey Graham and Mitch McConnell was like,
whoa.
You the last motherfucker that should be talking about.
Because when you leave office, you want somebody bringing you back. Yeah.
And that's why it quickly dissipated. Now, this is the problem. So what he did now, so this is Trump, and this is why you don't elect a person who's never been in politics to be fucking president. So he turned around.
You don't elect somebody with his character to be president.
But
that's what you don't do.
But then you got to remember.
His own chief of staff, John Kelly, said the American people need to vet the people they elect to be president. You need to dig into that person's character. Your own chief of staff said that about you.
Mad Dog Maddox said it. Colin Powell said it. John Kelly said it.
I mean, they ripped him a new one.
All three of them are staunch Republicans.
Yes, because people are fed up with this guy.
All three of them said the same thing. He. That's why I loved it when John Maddox said he earned his spurs on the battlefield, and
he can say what he want to say.
No, he said Donald Trump earned his from a doctor's note.
Yeah.
That's why I keep calling him Bone Spur McDraft Dodger.
Yeah.
So when you sit back and you do this, so what he's done is, so he gets rid of these people, and then he creates these bullshit-ass conspiracy theories to create smoke and mirrors while he's dismantling all the watchdog agencies that are there to help with what? Checks and balances. So right now, in our judicial system, in our executive branch and legislative branch, there is no checks and balances. There's none, because part of that is the Senate is completely on the side of the president. They don't care what he does. Well, they don't care what he says.
Democrats got the Congress, though. I mean,
they got Congress, but I'm saying, but they only do so much.
Right,
They cannot run checks on the president, because all he's going to do is do what? I'm just not going to go.
Let me ask you a question. The reporter asks Donald Trump, "Is that your Bible?" When he was holding up the Bible
backwards and upside down.
It was backwards and upside down?
Backwards and upside down.
Oh, my God, I didn't know that. Oh, he said, it's a Bible.
Yeah. When he
don't even own a Bible.
What was even more funny, you notice it. You know your life is going
really... A photo op.
You know your life's going really wrong when the Pope says that it's a disgusting act.
He did say that. Oh, my God.
You know it's really bad when the Archbishop of the church got hit with pepper spray and rubber bullets.
Yeah.
See, let's not forget.
Cleared out Lafayette Park with
when they cleared out Lafayette Park, there were a lot of people who were clergy from the church.
Yeah.
That he wanted to take and he wanted to walk, and he wanted to get that photo op in front of the police.
Well, he got it.
And now he's mad because he's saying that it wasn't a photo op. That's how he really.
That's exactly what it was.
We know that, but then again, that's how it goes. So. Now it's your turn. You up on it.
All right. I want to talk about this. I want to talk about policing and what's your opinion about this? I think every police officer needs to live inside the city that they represent. So if you're an Atlanta police officer, you need to live in the city of Atlanta. And I think that way, that helps that you work in the community that you live in. You know these people. You have a feel for the community. I think that would help a lot. I mean, that's just one point that I think.
you don't want my opinion, because I'm gonna kill our show if I get my opinion.
No, go ahead. I want it.
Straight up.
I want it.
Okay, so let's be realistic. Okay, so going back in history, we look at what police were. Police were not meant to solve disputes. Police were meant to police slaves. That's why policing means to return to a normal standard.
Okay.
Now, the police are doing exactly what they're supposed to do. My clock, my computer, does exactly what it's supposed to do, because it's mine. If you try to put in your password in there, it
won't work.
Why? Because it's not your computer.
Okay.
It's my computer.
What's your point?
My point is the police are doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing for the people.
Killing people, killing unarmed black men,
killing black people, killing and brutalizing minorities. They're doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing. The only difference is that now it's getting filmed. Will Smith said it best. Police brutality hasn't risen; it's just now being filmed. So they're doing the system of what they're exactly supposed to do. So how is it that you can turn around and beat and kill people and you constantly get off? But that one black police officer who killed that Australian woman because he was scared too. He got 12 and a half years straight off the bat. There was no wait. There was no investigation.
No, nothing.
They didn't have to go through anything. They were just off as soon as they got him in court. Okay, nigga, you're going to jail.
It's over.
Exactly. So how are these white police officers constantly? All they have to say is they was free for their life. He resisted. He didn't pay attention, and that's what happened. And they get away.
But
how?
I think
because
the system will change.
Because it's going to change because now that everybody's seeing it.
They got film.
Not only that they got film, it's just that it is in your face.
Yeah.
So you can't explain it away no more.
You can't explain it in the neck.
You cannot sit back and say, well, what happened before?
Yeah.
So you sit back
before the video started rolling. That's their famous line.
Of course.
What happened before that?
Exactly. So the problem is not the fact that the police are doing anything wrong. They're doing their job at an amazing rate. They are fucking a well-oiled machine, and they're rolling and doing it because that's what they're supposed to do. Wow. That's exactly what they're supposed to do. Kill slaves. If they can't capture them slaves and bring them back to the slave owners, the prison. Because if you remember, in the Emancipation Proclamation, slavery was ended, but only in the form of being able to walk up and grab a black person and say, you're my slave. If you go to jail, you are considered a what? A slave. That is why the jail is inundated with black men.
Boy, you're going deep.
Yes.
You're going deep.
So when you turn around and when you look at the whole overall picture of what police are doing, they're doing exactly what they were meant to do from the early days. They are doing what they're supposed to have done. They're collecting their slaves. And if the slaves don't want to come willingly, you kill them.
Well, guess what, folks? He's back. You wanted him. You wanted him. He's back.
You damn right I'm back, and I got a lot.
Oh Lord!
But yeah, so you can't be mad at. So you can be mad at police, but you have to understand that is a system that was not meant for us. That system was never meant for us. How on earth are you going to say that the police is meant for us when they push an old man down?
Right, 75-year-old
man down.
Bust his head.
And he busts his head wide open and they leave him lying there. You have a man in Minnesota, was your neck of the woods, that they shot and they left him on the street for 12 hours. Horrible. They left the body on the street. Yeah. So how can you say that the police is there for black people? How can you say that the police is there for people who resist?
I understand what you're saying, but from a more conservative point of view, I think we need police reform, and I think we're going to get it with the killing of George Floyd. I think whenever you see a diverse group of protesters, that's when something's going to change.
I believe that something's going to change.
It's going to happen.
I'm not conservative, and I'm not liberal. I am strictly what's in it for black people. That's my whole bottom line.
I'm not
conservative
right. I'm conservative left. I lean to the left, but I'm,
conservative thinking. I get it, but I'm saying my ideal of it is always going to be when you look at people being murdered. You look at Breonna Taylor.
Right.
They came in plain clothes.
That's horrible. You know what?
They refused to wear a camera.
Yeah.
They had a supposed no-knock warrant. So first of all, they told the story that the house that they went into was a known drug house, and the person they were looking for was known to sell drugs out the apartment. Come to find out, that was a lie. Then you look at where they was known to be that they went into the house. They had a no-knock warrant, but the house that they was looking for was 10 miles away.
Oh my God, that's
horrible. Then you look at they came into the house, the no-knock house. The husband, the boyfriend, who did the right thing, and thank God you out of prison, young man. I prayed for you and prayed for you because what they was they was going to railroad you, brother. But I'm glad you out.
Yes.
So the brother,
stay out.
Brother came in. The police came in his house. Him and his girl never had issues. So when you come in my door, you know what I got waiting on.
Oh yeah, I know what you got. Yeah, we don't
You
have to say it.
No, I'm not gonna talk about it.
Right.
But you know what I got waiting on you, and you know who else is gonna come running when I come running. You go ahead and you knock my door down.
You're gonna have problems.
Right. But then if I do aggress you,
right?
Because rightfully so, you didn't knock, you didn't announce yourself.
So I have a right to defend my home.
And then you arrest me and try to give me attempted murder on a police officer?
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Well, you see he's out.
Exactly. So the thing is that this is all what it's supposed to be. This is the whole thing of what it's supposed to be. Wow. The police are doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing. The only problem is, and this beautiful sister, and if you see this video, sister, oh my God, you touched my soul and put a tear in my eye when you did that.
Who's that?
This sister was talking about how the social contract has been broken. When you have a contract where you steal something or take something from somebody or you murder somebody, there is somebody who's supposed to come in, which is the police. They're supposed to mediate.
Now, where was she at talking about this?
She was talking about it was in a video on TikTok.
Oh, okay.
So when she talked about the social contract, and she said the main thing that a lot of black people are starting to say now, that you should be happy that we just want equality and not revenge.
Oh, most definitely.
Now this is the thing.
Most definitely.
Now this is the thing. How long are you gonna keep killing our babies before we start saying we want revenge?
Oh yeah. Well, look at the situation that happened in Dallas where that young man killed
the Special Forces brother in arms. Yes, sir.
He killed those 5 white officers.
Yes, sir.
And when they were the negotiator was talking to him, he asked the negotiator, "How many of them did I get?" I mean, you're gonna have more situations like that.
But this is the thing.
And
let's keep it a buck. You had one man in California. He took out, remember that brother that was up in the woods and they burned the cabin around him, because they couldn't kill him?
Too. Yeah. I mean,
and he took out a bunch of them. You have the Dallas, the dude, one black man, one trained professional black man, took down 5 Dallas
tactics on them, man.
Took down 5 Dallas police officers.
I mean, the Lord said, "Vengeance will be mine." So I'm not really into.
Malcolm X said, there's a time for your Bible and there's a time for your rifle.
I knew it was coming from him.
You damn right. You damn right. And when you look at the thing, and you look at the microcosm of it, a boy in Dallas, did they arrest him? No, they strapped a bomb to the bomb unit and sent it in there where he was.
Yeah.
Now, I hope that you racist white people pick this up.
Oh boy.
Think of it if it's 100 trained black men, 1,000, 10,000, 1,000,000. Think about all those guys that are in the service who are tired too.
Well,
think about all those police officers. Oh no, I'm gonna say it because it needs to be said. Think about all those military servicemen. Because there's black Navy SEALs, there are black Rangers, there are black Special Forces. Do you think you're gonna keep pushing us?
Do you think what's that T-shirt I saw?
Now you're gonna calm me down.
a T-shirt that I saw, it says "Stop killing us."
Yes.
I was like, "Wow, I got to get that."
But see,
stop killing
is it my
us.
Turn? Is it my turn?
Go ahead.
Because I gotta go. What? Yes, I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for this. Roger Goodell, come on
the
down.
NFL.
Oh yes, sir.
Roger Goodell.
Yes, sir.
Go on, get him.
Oh man, Roger, you fucked up big, didn't you?
What'd he do?
Oh, so so after everything that happened, and Drew Brees, who I'm going to get to a little bit later.
Goodness. We got to save something for the next video.
No. I got him. I'm just going to touch on it a little bit because it's a big thing. But Roger
apologized.
Roger. Oh, what they used to say: a drunk man's mouth is a sober man's mind.
Oh my goodness! How many sayings do you have?
I've got over 1,000,000. But Roger. What was beautiful and what was the most amazing and beautiful thing I ever saw? Did you see the video with all those young guns talking about the NFL will denounce racism? The NFL will say Black Lives Matter. See, when it was just one. See, this is the thing that goes back to what I was just talking about.
Right. Go ahead.
When you got one player that nailed the world vilified him. He's horrible.
Oh yeah.
Colin. He's horrible.
Kaepernick.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. But then when you have 15, You have 20 that are worth over $1 billion.
It's a different story now.
Oh, when it's all your top players.
Mm-hmm.
And who was leading the charge? And I'm gonna give me a Chiefs skull cap and wear it loud and proud, Mr. Patrick Mahomes.
He was leading the charge.
You didn't
that
see
young man.
That young man was in the middle of that saying, "You will say it."
There you go.
And what the hell did Roger Goodell do that night from his basement? We are for Black Lives Matter. We made a mistake, and we're sorry. And if we would have listened a long time ago,
well, he's right.
You motherfucking right. He's right.
Yeah.
You sat on your ass and allowed them to blackball that black man out.
Yeah.
But your ass ain't trying to blackball them new ones, are you? You ain't trying to call for all the rest of them to get out, are you? Where you wouldn't, and then Trump, once again, thought he was going to walk in there. He should just fire them all.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Jerry Jones and the rest of them owners looked at him and said, "Are you out your motherfucking mind?" He shut the fuck up.
Right.
And Roger Goodell apologized. He didn't say Kaepernick's name, but he made sure he apologized. And then, when it's all said and done now, what's the big question? The big question is, now that you know you was wrong, now that you've admitted it was wrong,
right?
Where's his job?
Yeah. Why ain't he a quarterback somewhere?
Why isn't he a quarterback? So
well,
how
folks,
are you gonna make this right?
You wanted him, you got him.
In
Here he
graphic
is.
form, baby.
Here he is. Go on, get to Drew Brees. I know you're gonna jump on it.
That's gonna be part of my last thought. So we need to hit it. We got a couple more.
No, I'm ready to go to last thought.
Well, okay. Let me hit on one last thing.
All right.
And then I'm gonna leave it alone. Really quick. One of the biggest things that I thought that was weird. I think you attest to it too. A lot of people are sitting at home and they filed for their unemployment.
Right.
And they still haven't been getting it.
Right.
Not a black thing, not a white thing. It's a money thing. It is people who have worked their asses off,
right,
who've now been let go, whose company probably went bankrupt, or what have you. They filed over now it's about 3.8 million people have filed for unemployment.
No, over 40 million people filed. Yeah, 40 million people
40
filed.
Million people filed, and none of them have seen not one dime.
Well, no, some of them getting it, but not.
When
it first started, you couldn't even get through. They were overwhelmed. They had like 2 million inquiries in one day.
As I was watching CNN this morning, getting prepared for this, there are still a ton of people who have not received not check one.
Oh, I believe it. And
they are still trying to figure out where is it at.
So you think it's something going on?
No, I don't think there's something going on. I'm thinking that, the government will sit back and say, okay, well, we're going to sit on it a little bit, let's ease up a little bit, and then hopefully when things get back, because they're listening to Trump, they're listening to Trump's advisors, none of which know what the fuck they're talking about. So there's that. So that's mine. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think it's horrible. I mean, they should have been prepared for this. I mean,
true.
You know these people were, and then they don't put the second stimulus out, which is totally ridiculous. The Republicans are sitting on it.
That's because that's Moscow Mitch. He already said that was dead on arrival. He said straight up.
Moscow Mitch. He about to lose.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Oh, that female fighter pilot.
Oh, it's a few of them. It's a brother in Kentucky too.
No. You talking about the brother in South Carolina? Is that Lindsey Graham?
No, it's the one in Kentucky too.
Oh, okay. So yeah, Moscow Mitch is in trouble.
He's in trouble.
He's already but he's consistently had the lowest approval rate in Kentucky. Because that's how he's out.
I hope those people in Kentucky wake up and vote him out. He got to go. And including my other idiot, Lindsey Graham. I can't stand him.
Oh, you know what's beautiful about Lindsey Graham? Lindsey Graham was talking about how he got that beat. He was up by 20 points. And in the last check, that black man is neck and neck with him. He's only down by 2 or 3 points. Because what's amazing is South Carolina's waking up. Because they said straight up.
They need to wake up.
But they said straight up, they said, how can you be the best friends with John McCain and then talk bad about him and then become best friends with the person who talks horrible about him? How does that even work? And so the thing about it, which was amazing in that regard, is that he just literally let him just destroy his best friend.
Yep.
So much to the point where Lindsey Graham tried to go over to the McCain's houses with flowers, and they told him, you don't ever come back to my home. Literally. They told him that when they did, when Lindsey Graham popped up on The View, and he hey, what's the little
his daughter,
Megan McCain or
yeah,
whoever?
Megan, yeah.
She looked at him and did like this. I have nothing to say. Stood
Oh,
up
my
and
God.
walked off the set.
Oh my God,
And
good.
then Lindsey Graham was like, well, I guess tempers are already flaring. No, motherfucker, they know you be for the dirt bag that you are.
You don't miss with words.
Oh no, I'm gonna tell you exactly how I feel. Fuck Lindsey Graham and his ass. Now,
what about Mitch McConnell?
Mitch McConnell can eat a dick. That's
Oh
he's
my
just
goodness.
he is not only but see I say
Can
Mitch
they
McConnell,
take us off the air?
I'm gonna no, they can't take us off.
Oh my
The
God.
reason why I say Mitch McConnell can eat a dick is because he's already been eating Trump for so long. I mean, a new one won't hurt. Mitch, a new one won't hurt.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not gay, but hey. So you are what you are, and you are who you are, and we already knew that. So,
oh my goodness.
Why we
Okay,
shout?
let's go to final thoughts.
last thought. Okay.
I'm gonna go first.
Yes,
then I'll let
because
you
your
have
mine's
it.
gonna be a little bit longer.
Okay, my final thought is about registering to vote for this election. It is a necessity.
Yes.
It's not required, it's a necessity. You have to register to vote for this November election. You have to be
Amen.
registered. Please.
Vote
Please.
locally. Vote
I mean,
locally.
there was so many people at the George Floyd Memorial trying to get us to register. If 20 people didn't say, brother, you read? I said, I'm already registered. You know anybody that? Everybody I know registered.
I loved every minute of it.
I mean, did they harass us or what?
Hey, I loved it, and I kept on telling them, brother, thank you for asking.
I mean,
ask them other
you did
brothers.
say
Make
that.
sure that you ask all them brothers over there. Ask them brothers over there. You damn right.
It's so
Vote
important.
locally.
It's so important. I just can't emphasize that enough.
Amen.
I mean, you can't sit on the sidelines and just hope and pray that
Things are
Trump
going to get better.
removed from office. You have to literally push that button. You got to vote.
The reason
You
why
must go.
This is the thing that's really funny because, most people be like, well, why don't black people come out and vote? Because if you don't vote, you can't be mad about what happens. You're absolutely right. We can't be mad. But black people, we're such a resilient race that no matter whatever happened, we will hunker down and protect ourselves. That's why it was not black people running up to those capitals in Michigan talking about we need to get haircuts. We need to get our hair done.
No.
I want to go and drink a beer. It was not brothers and sisters were doing that. Brothers and sisters were sitting in the house doing like this. Damn, so we got to pay this bill?
Oh, yeah.
Man,
Oh, yeah.
How much money we got? So what we working with?
What he's saying is
We
that
adapt.
African Americans know how to
adapt.
survive. That's what he's saying.
We adapt to these situations because we've been through these situations before.
Oh, yeah.
We have lived in these situations before.
Oh, yeah.
This is nothing new to us.
So please, my final thought is very short and very to the point. Please register to vote and vote in November. It could be an early night for Trump. He could be out. And what did you were telling me? Joe Biden was worried that he may not leave the office.
Yeah, they say he may not leave the office.
Oh, he's gonna leave.
Oh no!
Because the police will come and take him out.
Oh no, it's not the police that would escort him out. So the Joint Chiefs of Staff had already sat aside and said, in the event that a foregone president refuses to leave, he will be escorted out by the military unceremoniously. So Trump is not that type. Trump won't want that smoke. Trump gonna walk on. He's gonna walk out on his own.
Every president, when you lose, you gotta leave.
You gotta leave.
It's all it is to
It's
it.
just that my president didn't lose, baby. If it was up to my president and we could keep him going, he would have stayed in for the next 50 years. You motherfucking right. Barack Obama.
Oh,
You
yeah.
damn right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
AKA Joe Smooth. I loved it.
Yeah.
Did his commencement speech or live video.
Yes, sir. Yes,
and still got more hits than anything Trump did.
Yes, sir.
So my last thought is it's going to be less long. My last thought is on white privilege. Now,
what?
White privilege.
Privilege.
What is white privilege? Now, everybody white will run up to a black person. I don't get nothing more than you do. I don't get this. It's not like I get money. It's not like I get to do this and do that. So what is white privilege? Really simple. White privilege is where you have the young man who attempted to burn down a courthouse in Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
The police caught him with gasoline, with matches.
Mm.
The police was running up to him. He was still trying to throw matches to burn the courthouse down
Mm-hmm.
because he knew he wouldn't die.
Because he's what?
He's white.
Okay.
You have the young man who had killed people and went on this. He killed a couple people and ran, drove off. They caught up with him. When they caught up with him, they kicked the door in, grabbed him, took him outside in handcuffs, gave him water.
Oh, I can give you a better
Leaned
example
up
than
against.
that.
But wait. Leaned up against the truck.
Mm-hmm.
He sat there, and
so that's white privilege.
They were sitting there. That's white privilege. White privilege is things that we go through. You would never think that white people would never go through. And they would say, well, white cops kill more white people than they kill black. How many of those white people are armed? Is the question.
What about Dylan Roof?
Dylan Roof is another perfect example.
South Carolina. I mean, he killed 9 people at the church.
No. Tell the truth. He killed 9 black
He killed 9 black people in the church. Okay. The cops arrested him. He told the police, I'm hungry. They stopped at McDonald's.
No, that Burger King.
Burger King,
yeah.
McDonald's, whatever.
Fast food.
Got him a burger.
Made sure he ate his burger.
Before he went to jail. So what does that tell you?
So then you look at.
What does that tell you? That's beyond white privilege. That's treating him like a hero. Good job, buddy.
Once again, it goes back to what I was saying before about the system. Why are we mad at a system that was not built for us? So then you look at, who was that? You look at the guy who came out. They had a dude in Brooklyn who came out who was having a stressful moment because he was tired of sitting in his house. Mm-hmm. And he grabbed his pistol and ran up and started waving the gun around. In a Brooklyn neighborhood. Mm-hmm. The police came up. They stayed back. They kept their hands up. We just want to talk. Mm-hmm. We just need to talk to you. He pointed guns at him.
White person.
White person. All the black people, you can hear them in the background like, they about to kill this motherfucker. Mm-hmm. No.
Didn't do nothing.
They talked to him. They calmed him down.
Calm down, buddy.
They took his gun from him.
Calm down, buddy.
They said, okay, we got, in order for us to take, we got to put handcuffs on you. Come on, man. We got to get you in here.
You bullshit.
Look it up.
Now, if he was black, he'd have been shot 64 times.
You had another person who had an axe, who had a nervous breakdown. Mm-hmm. Swung the axe at the police officers, yelling, he'll kill them all. I'll kill all you. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you. They talked him down.
He white.
They reasoned with him. Yep. They took the axe from him. Come on, man. We're going to take you to the hospital.
But yet you got Rashard Brooks sleeping in a drive-thru at Wendy's.
Oh, no.
And they shoot him in the back twice.
No. You have Ahmaud Arbery, who was jogging down the street. He got gunned down by a couple of good old boys.
Good old boys.
Now, this is why I said
what do you mean by good old boys?
2 white boys. And this is where their father and son duo and the friend who was filming.
Yeah, they got all of them.
This is where I say the system was not made for us because the district attorney said do not arrest them.
No, that's a
the
mess.
The district attorney said do not arrest them. Then when she had to recuse herself from the situation because when the video came out, come to find out he worked for her. Mm-hmm. Then the next one, who he was cool with, he told them, he wrote a whole argument why they shouldn't be arrested and why the castle defense works.
That's all white
privilege. This is white privilege. Because how many of those do you see where the black man, where somebody writes a whole impromptu page for a black man, why they shouldn't be murdered?
No.
How many 6-year-old white kids do you know got arrested? I can name 3 off the top of my head. 6-year-old babies.
Black.
Being arrested, yes. And taken to detention. Then you look at Botham Jean. Mm-hmm. The Texas Rangers here in Texas said that she didn't do anything wrong. Mm. You look at the person you just named, Rashard Brooks. Mm-hmm. I have been several times all over this country. There have been times where I had pulled into a rest stop, rolled my windows up, locked my door, and went to sleep. There were times where I had left the club and I was sleepy and drowsy and I was still feeling it, and I pulled myself into a parking lot, raised my windows up, went to sleep. And then I get up, woo, I'm glad I did that, I go home. So to turn around and just arrest all the different times where all these different things have happened, where you see a person jaywalking, they arrest a 14-year-old kid for jaywalking.
Mm.
You see the young man didn't stop at a stop sign, pulled up in front of his house. His grandmother, 90 years old, had to stand over his body and tell him, "Don't shoot my baby."
Mm. It's sad. I think we need to change the leadership at the top before any changes take place.
We need to no. We need to change the leadership at every level.
Especially
we need to change
the top.
but especially at the top, but also locally. Because those same people, those same judges that Mitch McConnell and them was bragging about are still there. So we need to vote them out. Then you look at Mr. Drew Brees. Come on down, dickhead, because you're the next contestant on Fuck You Too.
Oh, boy.
That's right.
The man apologized.
I don't give two fucks.
Oh, boy.
A sober man's mouth is, a drunk man's mouth is a sober man's mind. The problem is he said that stupid shit because this is not the first time he said that stupid shit.
Mm-hmm.
He said it back in 2016.
Mm.
I'm never going to be okay with somebody kneeling because it's disrespectful to the flag.
It's not about
and
the
our
flag.
heritage and blah, 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 blah. The second time you said it, you had them guns who are going to be there after you're long gone, Drew. Mm. And they called you on your bullshit.
They sure did.
And then the same receiver that you, like he said, since I'm catching all them passes, giving you all them yards, I think it's time for you to listen to us.
Good.
And then he jumped, and when they told him it was not about the flag, and Shannon Sharp, my man, you are my spirit animal. Shannon Sharp. What did Shannon Sharp say?
What did he say?
Shannon Sharp said, "Oh, your grandfathers went to war? They served beside my grandfather too, right? But the difference is, my grandfather didn't come home to a ticker-tape parade." See, what the American history forgets is that the black soldiers who came back, they made them, before they left that ship, they made them change into regular clothes because they did not want them to be able to be celebrated like the white soldiers were. Yeah. The black soldiers were left in the cattle cars during World War II. When German prisoners of war was treated better than black soldiers had to eat after the German soldiers.
Well, it's obviously Mr. Larry got a lot of pent up aggression.
That's right.
And
so for you,
we're gonna close out because
it's getting late.
Yeah, it's getting late. And,
I just want to say this
we'll
last
have another
part.
video out soon.
We're gonna come back with more on this subject because I'm gonna make this into a 3 or 4 part series talking about this. But last thing I'm gonna say about Drew Brees, you came back and apologized. Your only saving grace was that when you went and said that about when you told Trump how you felt, I was on your side.
Yep.
That's it. But next up, motherfucking NASCAR. I'm gonna holler at y'all later.
All right. Well, wait a minute. Let's say a good professional goodbye to all our folks out there, all our listeners. Keep subscribing, subscribe, and keep viewing, and keep sending us emails, telling us your thoughts. Because your thoughts is what's driving the videos. What you say, we respond to.
Exactly.
So please continue to email. We have people in Canada. We have people all over the country in New York.
Yep.
And we just love it. It gives us motivation to come back and do more. So continue that, please. And thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.
We love you guys. Take it easy.
All right.